Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be doing my last video of the night, and that is just what is my first impressions of Windows 8 RT. And it's fairly mixed. Now, in terms of an OS, it's actually not bad. I mean, it does offer a lot of its ecosystem. It's just that Windows ecosystem is probably the least used by most people. You know, even the people that own Windows 7 desktops right now or laptops use Google for most of its ecosystem. They don't use Windows. And now, this is just for more, I would say, popularity purposes. Not everything in Windows is worse. SkyDrive actually works really well compared to Google Drive. Their music is because it's barely getting started again, whereas Google Music, I would say, is more well established by now compared to Windows. Again, their video player is kind of like I mean, I don't own an Xbox too, so that's a big thing that's kind of taken away from it. So their Xbox Music, Xbox Video, and Xbox Smart Glass app don't really do anything for me. So that's going to be one thing. In terms of how it moves, it's fairly quick. It's very responsive. It doesn't lag. I would say this one actually lags less compared to some of the laptops that I've seen, even with i5 processors. They tend to lag a little bit more in comparison. So overall, it moves really quick. Things pop up fairly quickly. And just you can move between your different apps fairly quick and without any kind of delay. And I definitely see it being great as for a tablet user, especially for a business person or a student. I'm definitely going to have to test this out against the Note 10.1 because, as you guys know, that's the best one I rated for students. This one obviously has Office, so it's going to be kind of hard to compete against. Plus, you know, you have these $100 really thin keyboards, from the touch keyboard to the type keyboard. So you have these two different type of keyboards that it's kind of interesting to see how those are going to compare. Now, in terms of apps, you guys already probably know this. There's not a lot. And actually the ones that I think would make it the best would be Google. As you've seen in a video by now, that I have already tried to install Google Apps, which Google made available for Windows 8, but Microsoft basically made it not compatible with their Surface tablet. So that was a real bummer, and definitely was something that I was a little bit disappointed with, because I was at least hoping to get Google Search and Chrome as opposed to Internet Explorer, which, as you can see, I have all the way back here because I was just ready to get rid of it. As well as, instead of where the hell is Bing, I would have Google Search. And no matter what they say, I really do like Google a lot better for search. There's just no comparison. I'm sorry. Bing is just not as good as Google. They can try whatever they want, but it's just nowhere near it. As well as Internet Explorer is nowhere near Chrome. And that was one thing I was really disappointed in. Obviously, it's an ecosystem difference, but it's just Internet Explorer is nowhere near the speed of Chrome. It's nowhere near the security, especially. I've seen the new updates they did to it. It's just not that impressive. Certain things you do have to download separately, I've noticed too, like a file manager I had to download separately, which I'll go over on another video. But certain things like that were separate downloads. YouTube was a big one that I get it. They don't, you know, they're trying to promote their own video service, but I mean, YouTube is the dominant thing on the market right now, so I think they should have just included it. Netflix, of course, was something else that I had to download right away. Other than that, though, it's kind of it's been interesting to see what is available. These are the apps that I've downloaded. And it's looking like it's going to be more of like Apple's App Store, where a lot more apps are paid for. For instance, you know, things like Fruit Ninja and Angry Birds, they only have paid for versions, no free versions. So it's not going to have the openness of Android, which I do prefer. It's very simple. I mean, it makes iOS look hard. It's very, very simple. So I recommend for anyone that actually wants a simple device, this is the way to go. It's far beyond iOS, and you can do a lot more. I mean, if you compare this to like an iPad for the same price, you're getting a lot more for your money with this in terms of actually being able to use not necessarily programs, but actually being able to type up full documents the way they were intended to be typed up, not on little pages or numbers and that kind of stuff, but what everyone uses in the world, and that's Office. So I would say it's more for that. In terms of things like email, you have the ability to switch on and off between different things such as Gmail, and then you can go to your Hotmail right there. So it kind of makes it seamless, and I do like how it kind of goes over each one, and then you can pinch to zoom on here. So very fluid. You never really notice any lag on it. So again, just really good in that aspect, and very user-friendly. Overall, just really good. I wish, and again, this is probably just me because I rely on Google's ecosystem so much, I wish they had more Google apps. I mean, if I had Chrome and Google Search on this device, I would probably be very, very happy with it. I mean, this would probably really, I mean, have everything I need with the exception of a stylus. I used the Bamboo stylus from last year on it, and it works pretty well with that. But coming from the Note 10.1, I do miss my S Pen. But that's obviously more of a preference. And yeah, guys, that's my first impressions of it. I will be doing lots of other videos. If there's anything in particular you want to see that I did not cover on my initial videos for the day, definitely ask and request it, and I shall try my best to do as many videos as I can for you guys. I will be recording again Sunday, so anything suggestions I will try to do by then, and see how good we can make these videos for you guys. So please feel free to ask. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.